What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for another episode of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Battle Spot Live. This is episode number 37, and coming into today, we are sitting at a record of 65 and 13 on the series. I wanted to say 70, but I'm getting ahead of myself there. It's going to be a few episodes before we get up to 70 wins. And now that I said that, we're probably going to go on a large losing streak, and it's going to take forever, and I'm going to be a sad little kitty cat. But anyway, I don't know why I even know why I even say the things that I do sometimes. But yeah, we're going to be doing 3 battles today because I had a little bit of a shorter episode last time, and yeah, I just feel like doing 3 battles today to finish off the session with this team. In case you forget exactly what we are running on this team, we do have our Assault Vest Relicanth, which put in a lot of work in the first episode / part. Then we have Endure, Reversal, Lychee Berry, Hitmonlee, which put in a lot of work last time. Mega Absol has not really seen any usage at all. Hopefully, I'm going to change that today, because we can't just have Absol not getting any action. That's just not okay. Then we have Pringles, the physically defensive Jellicent, which I don't think it's done anything except just die once. I'm pretty sure that's the only screen time it's seen, so maybe we should change that as well. Then we have our Superior, which has been with us forever, because I've been just saving it for when we were going to run into a Talonflame, because, you know, it's the second most used Pokemon in singles on Battle Spot, according to the usage stats. But we're not running into any Talonflames, so the Koba Berry and enough HP investment to live the Choice Banded, you know, Brave Bird from a Talonflame has been basically useless. So that is that. And then last but not least, we have our Choice Scarf Rotom, which has taken out a few Gyarados, I'm pretty sure. So I still want to bring it just because it could be very useful against the Charizard, because that looks like... I'm really not sure what Charizard that is. That could be X or Y. He does have quite a few special attackers, though, so that might be X. And if that's the case, we will be in somewhat of a good position if we can get Hitmonlee out on it, because we can Endure and get down to our Lychee Berry. Unless we get predicted and we go for Endure while he Dragon Dances, in which case we just will lose. But Reversal will definitely kill it, even with the defense boost that it gets after Mega Evolving. And he has Porygon too, so that's good as well, because Hitmonlee can take care of that. And I wanted to bring Superior as well, just because I needed something that could overpower Suicune relatively quickly. Otherwise, we just lose to that, because I don't know. Hitmonlee probably won't really help us there, because I will get burned on the first Scald. And yeah, that's just going to not work out so well for us. So we have Porygon 2 out here. It turns out that it does have Download and not Trace. Or Analytic, which I normally see them more often, actually. I don't run into a lot of Trace Porygon 2s, but I'm just going to Volt Switch out just because I can't do anything to this. T-Bolt is not really going to be doing anything. In fact, I want to say that's specially defensive, but he has Download, so he has to be offensive. So I'm almost tempted to just go right into Hitmonlee here, because he can't kill me. So yeah, he's just going to go for the Ice Beam. There's no way he was going for Tri-Attack there. So that's going to get some damage off on us, because we want to get down as low as possible. I'm pretty sure I can just scare him out here, so I will go for Knockoff. And he is most likely going to switch into his Mega Charizard. No, he's going to switch into the Scizor. Maybe he doesn't have Charizard, and this is his Mega? I guess we'll see right here. No, this is Choice Band, so Charizard is still the Mega. That could be his third Pokemon. Not really sure. But getting the knockoff on that Porygon 2 is pretty essential, so I do want to switch out here. I mean, and if I don't knock off, I definitely need to hit it with a Reversal, because I don't know that Superior can beat Porygon 2 one-on-one, just because it's so ridiculously bulky. It's looking like Rotom is going to not be too useful here, so I am going to switch it out. If he goes for knockoff, we're dead. Yeah, he is going to go for the knockoff, so goodbye, Plasbad, you're going down. Unfortunately, he's been used as, I don't know, like, Rotom's been used more as a chess piece. I've kind of either just saved him to the end to hit one thing and pull in the victory, or he's been used as, like, strategic fodder. So I will go into Superior, which is screaming HP Fire at this point. Like, it's just screaming that I have HP Fire if I'm going to switch him out. And he's actually going to leave the Scizor in. And my screen just froze a little bit there. I don't know if you guys saw that. But regardless, Scizor is dead. So that is amazing. That is amazing. I really did not expect him to leave it out there because... Yeah, the fact that I went right into Superior instead of going into Hitmonlee when he just went for knockoff. Well, I guess it didn't matter because he wasn't locked in anymore after I knocked off his Choice Band. But still, I guess he was thinking that he didn't need that Bullet Punch. I don't know. But I'm going to leave Storm the Porygon 2 as it comes out here. And he is going to try attack. Hopefully we do not get frozen or paralyzed. That does a lot of damage. Thankfully, no status condition. So we can just... if I Giga Drain, am I going to get enough HP back to live another hit? Judging by how much that did, I'm not really sure. But I'm going to go for it because I don't think Leaf Storm will kill. Actually, judging by that damage, Leaf Storm would have killed. That was just a bad judgment on my part, unfortunately. Yeah, that definitely would have killed because Giga Drain has significantly less power. And, I mean, I guess I just didn't factor in that we were at +2. But still, though, it didn't look to me like that was going to be enough, but it was going to be enough by quite a bit. Either way, now we're going to have to go into Hitmonlee, and we're going to have to endure here. Or, I mean, I could just kill this with a Mach Punch. I guess it doesn't matter. He's at a low enough HP where it won't matter. It's going to depend on what that last Pokemon is. I could go for knockoff, too, in case he wants to switch. I mean, it's going to kill either way, so I guess it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm getting outsped by a Porygon 2, so we'll just go for the knockoff, and we can let him think that I'm Choice Scarf, too, because he hasn't seen an item. We didn't show Life Orb, so he may think that I am locked into that, and he does go into the Charizard here, and unless he goes for Dragon Dance here, which there would be no reason for him to if he is X, or if he is Charizard Y and he goes for like Flamethrower Fire Blast and it burns me, or if he is X and he goes for Flare Blitz and it burns me, then we're kind of screwed. But it turns out that he is X. Hopefully he attacks here as we are going to Endure and then hit him with a Reversal, which will one-shot him. So let's see what he goes for here. It is going to be the Outrage, which is perfect because there is no secondary effect. If he gets a crit, it doesn't matter. And now we're going to get our Lychee Berry. We're going to outspeed thanks to our Unburden boost. And there's no way that Charizard X, I don't care if you're defensive, you're not taking this. +1, 200 base power reversal, stab from an Adamant Hitmonlee. Get out of here. That killed a Hawlucha in one hit, and that's a resisted hit. So, and the fact that he had Outrage means that he's probably offensive anyway. So yeah, Charizard X, you're no match for that. Hitmonlee putting in the finest of work right there. Picking up right where he left off last time. Just killing everything. Alright, so let's get into another battle. That's going to bring our record to 66 and 13 on the series. We really need to get Absol into a battle. Like, we need to make it a point. Maybe I can use it in the last 2 matches. But yeah, it needs to be a thing. We need to use Absol. Hitmonlee has been taking all of the spotlight ever since Relicanth did its thing in the first episode. And I don't know if I've even brought it since then. I think I have. But anyway, we got somebody from Japan here, from Osaka. We'll see what they have. Swampert, Blaziken, Amoonguss, Aegislash, Thunderous T, and Garchomp. So pretty, somewhat of a typical team. I mean, I guess in the Blaziken, Aegislash, and the Garchomp. Pretty cool to see Swampert. You don't see it too often. And then we have the Thunderous T, which is another thing that I just don't see too often on BattleSpot. That Amoonguss could be trouble too, because I do have a grass type to absorb spores, but Sludge Bomb is not going to feel so good if Superior like switches into that. So we need to, I guess, be kind of strategic here. I definitely want to bring Absol, like that's for sure. Unfortunately, I don't have Fire Blast, which means I won't be able to hit Aegislash. But the reason that I have Ice Beam over the Fire Blast is just for things like Garchomp. So if he brings that, that would be great. And it still hits Amoonguss super effectively. So there's that, but I mean, it's not the end of the world, I guess, that I don't have the Fire Blast. At least it's not like we're going up against Scizor and Ferrothorn, because that would be worse. And in fact, I think even if Amoonguss is physically defensive, I'm pretty sure Knockoff and Sucker Punch do more than Ice Beam does anyway, just because I'm not invested in my special attack too much. And Mega Absol has a ridiculously high physical attack. So that is that. If we're faced with that situation, we may want to just go for the Knockoff / Sucker Punch. But Ice Beam is there if he does bring the Garchomp. I feel like I said that already. I'm just repeating myself at this point. And we're going to listen to the awesome Team Magma Aqua leader music with the trumpets. So beautiful. This is one of my favorite tracks. So he's going to lead off with the Amoonguss. He can't Spore me, even if he does have it, just because I am going to Mega Evolve and gain that Magic Bounce. And we can hit him up with a Knockoff, or I could predict... I don't know what I would predict, but he is going to go into Blaziken, actually. I'm guessing because this is Mega, he could be predicting a Knockoff here. And Knockoff will still do a decent amount, just because it's a Blaziken with bad defenses. But we'll get to see here what he is. And, oh my goodness! We get a critical hit, and we knock off his Focus Sash. The fact that he was switching it in there means he was just sacrificing his Sash anyway. But that critical hit may matter, because now I can either kill him... I mean, he's probably going to protect here. Let's be real. That's what they all do. They all protect turn 1. I could make a switch into Pringles because I resist the stabs. I'm actually immune to high jump kick. So if he wants to be tricky and go straight for the high jump kick here, he's going to just die. And that would be great. Now, he is going to actually go for the protect. And... he's probably going to have to switch here unless he has knockoff. And even still, that's not going to kill me because I am physically defensive. So I can just Scald here, and I'm not really afraid of that. He's actually going to go for Protect again anyway, just to get an extra speed boost. I'm not really sure why, because Jellicent is slow as anything. Unless this is a Baton Pass variant. I'm still going to go for Scald, though. He is going to Baton Pass. There's really nothing I could do about that, even though I did have Taunt. He would have outsped me anyway, so at least I'm going to get some damage off on whatever he goes into. I don't know what he's going to go into. Something that could appreciate a speed boost. We already saw the Amoonguss. I don't know if he's going to want to go into that, but he is. He just wants the speed boost on this. Fair enough. I mean, Amoonguss is pretty darn slow. Can we get a burn? We cannot get a burn, and he is going to show off the Black Sludge, which means he could have the Spore. So just ruling out Assault Vest, because Assault Vest Amoonguss is a thing. At this point, is it worth switching out? I think I just have to let something fall asleep, unless I really want to switch in Absol, but if he goes for Giga Drain, I'm going to take a lot of damage, and I don't really like that so much. Relicanth is looking relatively useless here, so I'm very tempted to fodder it off. Pringles actually is looking like it could be very useful against that Blaziken. So yeah, I'm going to fodder off the Relicanth here, as he is going to go for the Giga Drain, and Relicanth is not even going to die from that. Are you kidding me? I know I'm Assault Vest, but what in the world? My screen just froze again. I don't know if it's actually showing up in the recording. Like, it's been doing that lately where, like, every couple of recordings, it just has some issues, as we are able to hit it with a Zen Headbutt, and that actually does some decent damage. So, wait a minute. Why was I outspeeding? Why was I outspeeding? I'm max speed with Adamant, but, he was, like, +2 speed. I mean, Amoonguss is so slow, though, so I guess... that makes sense. I don't know. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm trying to talk about all these different things at once, about why the screen is freezing, and Relicanth not dying to a Giga Drain. But, yeah, that has to be defensive Amoonguss. He has the Black Sludge. He didn't outspeed even at +2. And we're talking about a Relicanth here. And he took that Zen Headbutt relatively well. So, yeah, I don't know. I had something else I wanted to say, but now I don't know what exactly it was. So, he goes into the Aegislash, shows that off as his last Pokemon. I guess we just click Waterfall here. He's not going to King Shield, I don't think. No, he doesn't. So, we have a chance to get a flinch here, which would be nice. I don't know why I didn't just go for Shadow Sneak, but we get extra damage off on this. The other thing is I didn't want to EQ because he would take that and then he would get off a weakness policy boost, potentially, and I did not want that. So I'd rather just get the extra damage from the waterfall, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, that must be why he didn't go for the Shadow Sneak there, just in case I wasn't choiced, and then he could potentially get that boost, which would help him out a lot. And now I'm going to go into Pringles. He can't kill me in one hit because he does not have that boost, and I can taunt him to prevent him from doing any shenanigans like King Shielding. He can King Shield this turn if he wants to, which he is going to do, but now he has to just attack or switch out and risk getting burned on something switching in. He could sack Blaziken here if he wanted to, because it's not going to be doing too much for him, although if it does have high jump kick, it will beat Absol. If he can predict around the sucker punches, of course, because that critical hit unfortunately put him in a bad spot. I did opt to go for the Willow for some extra residual damage, but unfortunately Pringles is blind and he's going to miss. And now we have to take a Shadow Ball. I think we can take that, just barely. And unfortunately, I do think a Shadow Sneak is going to finish us off if he has it. That really stinks that Willow missed. That extra damage would have been nice. I'm just going to Scald here, and he is going to show off the Shadow Sneak, so I'm pretty sure we're dead. Yeah, we're not going to be able to take that. Sorry, Pringles. I guess I just should have gone for the Scald there and not the Willow, but the extra damage plus reducing the damage of Shadow Sneak was very appealing, but the luck was not on our side there. And at this point, I just want to go for a knockoff. Blaziken, I'm pretty sure, just dies coming in. If he goes into Amoonguss, that's going to have its Black Sludge removed and take a decent amount of damage as well. He might want to save that, honestly. Aegislash is not going to be doing too much for his team because he's got Shadow Ball, Shadow Sneak, King Shield. I mean, unless he has Sacred Sword, but even still, he's going to have to take a knockoff. And from that range, I don't know if he can. Pretty sure he does have the weakness policy too, just because I don't think he showed lefties. So he actually stays in, and since he cannot King Shield because he is taunted, the knockoff is going to finish him off. So yeah, we knock off the weakness policy. So I guess I'm pretty happy that I did not go for the whatchamacallit, the Earthquake with Relicanth. And now he's going to go into Blaziken again. And if he really wants to pass boost, he can. But because at +2 he didn't even outspeed Relicanth, there's no way that he's going to... Yeah, he's not going to outspeed Absol. There's no way. There's no way. So, I mean, you're not going to get a double protect off. So I don't know exactly what you're doing. So he is just going to go for the protect here because, yeah, why not? As I just go for the knockoff. And, yeah, so he gets a speed boost. And this is a long battle, I feel like. It's only been about 8 minutes, but still. I'm going to Sucker Punch here. Oh, and he does go for the attack this time. Thankfully, I predicted that correctly. I was strategically not revealing the Sucker Punch on the first turn because I would think that maybe he would just try to attack me there and try to go for that high jump kick. And thankfully, we get rid of the Blaziken. This thing doesn't have any speed boost, not that it matters. And we can just go straight for the knockoff because even though Ice Beam is super effective, knockoff is actually more powerful because of our attack investment. That does a lot of damage, and he is going to Sludge Bomb us here. That does over half because Absol is so frail, and at this point, he can't Spore me because I have Magic Bounce. So it's looking like it's going to be a roll with Sucker Punch because knockoff, when your opponent has an item, has 95 base power, Sucker Punch has 80. It looks like it's in our favor as well, but he's actually going to hang on with like 1.5 HP, and Absol is going to go down to the Sludge Bomb. Oh my goodness, are you serious? Did we really just lose because of a crappy damage roll? Oh my gosh. That sucks. That really, really sucks. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I guess there's nothing we can do about that. I mean, I don't even know if that's really just, if you can even call that hacks. It's just a damage roll. We needed to get it there, basically. That really does suck. Poor Absol. We're going to go for another one because, yeah, I did want to go for 3 battles. That really just, I don't know, my heart just sank when that happened. Man, yeah, disasters for the disaster Pokemon, I guess. So, we're up against a pretty standard team here. Pretty cool to see the Mienshao. I almost never see that on BattleSpot. Everything else looks like standard.jpg. Garchomp, Tyranitar, Gyarados, Greninja, and Serperior actually isn't too common either. But I guess that's pretty cool to see. Because I see the Gyarados and the Greninja, I do want to bring the Rotom, because it will be able to outspeed and OHKO both of them. Although that Greninja could potentially be Focus Sash. Actually, that Garchomp could be Focus Sash too. Let's see. So what do I want to bring besides Rotom? I guess I will bring Hitmonlee. It does take care of the Tyranitar. Mach Punch could be good for that Greninja as well as getting some extra damage off on Serperior if need be, if we like get it weakened. Could be very useful for taking out the Mienshao too because it's so frail. So we have options here. I feel like Hitmonlee has the potential to do a lot of work. Although the Rough Skin from Garchomp could prove to be deadly, and the Intimidate from Gyarados could be kind of stinky as well. If we can eliminate them, or if we can just find out that he doesn't have them, that would be great. Now, our third Pokemon, let's see. What do I want to bring? Maybe Serperior? Oh, and it's official now. You know what? I need to bring Absol, don't I? Maybe I don't want to lead with Rotom. I'm going to lead with Absol, and we can bring Hitmonlee still, and we can have Rotom in the back. But it's official now. We've been through 2 full sessions and have not run into a Talonflame. So Serperior is going to be retiring after this episode, unfortunately. It just, I can't believe, I don't know if I've ever gone that long without seeing a Talonflame. But, of course, that's just how it works. So, but Serperior still did put in a lot of work. It just wasn't against a Talonflame, so can't really complain about that. He is going to lead off with Greninja here, which does outspeed us. And I'm going to go right into Hitmonlee because he's not going to go for extra sensory, and he can't kill me, even with a Hydro Pump, because Hitmonlee does have good special defense naturally. He's actually going to show off the U-turn. I don't know if that is really going to be signifying that he is completely physical, or if he just has the U-turn, because some of them just have U-turn for momentum. He also doesn't show off Life Orb, so he could be Focus Sash, which I don't really like, as he is going to go out into the Serperior here. I don't know if Leaf Storm will kill me either from there. I'm very tempted to just go straight for the knockoff here, and then possibly endure the following turn to get my speed boost. What could I really switch in? Nothing. I don't want anything taking that damage. Although it could be just safer for me to go straight for the endure, because he could get a critical hit too. No, I'm going to go for knockoff. We're going to play it a little bit risky. I don't think he can kill me. So he is going to go for the Leaf Storm, and we are going to take that actually very, very well. Jeez. I mean, that wasn't Life Orb or anything, but still. We're going to knock off the Citrus Berry. We can endure this time to ensure that we get down to 1 HP and get that Lychee Berry activated. That really did nothing. To be fair, as he is going to go for Giga Drain this time to get some HP back. That's not going to save you from a reversal, though. It is not. Yeah, you get minimal HP back, too. I know Serperior has pretty bad offenses, just naturally, so Leaf Storm without a boost doesn't usually do a whole lot. But still, that's offensive Hitmonlee. But either way, we're going to outspeed now thanks to our boost. And he most likely does not have any switch-ins. Because he did not switch there, I'm assuming he does not have Garchomp, because he could have easily just sacrificed it to kill me there. But he's going to let Serperior go down, which is great. We know he has Greninja, and we don't know what that last Pokemon is. If it's Gyarados, he's going into it here. It's not going to be Gyarados. He actually goes in with the Greninja, so I'm guessing this is Focus Sash. So we're going to have to come through with the rest of our Pokemon. I do have Sucker Punch that can finish off this thing. And I don't know what that last Pokemon is. Yeah, I mean, my only play here is, I guess, to just go for Mach Punch. I mean, at +1, it's going to kill anyway. I could just go for Reversal, too, but if he's physical, I was a little bit afraid of the Shadow Sneak there. And actually it kills, wow. I didn't even notice that. It was like a late reaction, but I really thought he was Focus Sash because he didn't show Life Orb. What else does Greninja carry? I don't know what that was. But yeah, I went for the Mach Punch there just in case he had the Shadow Sneak, and his last Pokemon is Tyranitar. So that means we're getting a Hitmonlee sweep right now because there's no way this thing can do anything to me. T-Tar does not get any form of priority. He's actually the Mega variant. He should have gone into this first. He really should have, because the Sand would have finished me off, and then his Greninja would have been fine. But I'm assuming he had some type of priority. That would be the only reason that I would think he would go into it. But because of our Unburden, our Mach Punch priority does out-prioritize his Shadow Sneak. So that's going to be a 3-0 in our favor, thanks to Hitmonlee, so we are able to redeem ourselves. Unfortunately, the only battle that Absol got involved in was a complete disaster for it at the end. But overall, we went 2-3 in this episode, so that's not too bad. That brings our record to 67-14 on the series. Next time we will bring an entirely different team, so that's going to be fun. Of course, if you guys have any suggestions for Pokemon you would like to see on a team, feel free to put that in the comment section below. But with that being said, that is going to be it for this time. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to leave a like or whatever you would like to do, and I will see you all next time. But until then, game on.